Season 2 of NBA 2K26 has arrived.
Play games at the all-new rooftop park all season long, City Heights. With a 25% rep bonus available in all park games, this is the place to be.
And with the new NBA season arriving, it's time for Daily Pick'em. Located right next to the 2K TV kiosks, you can predict winners.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Holiday, Donovan Clingan out there with Avdia. Then there's Tamani Kamara. And it's Sharp in at the two-guard. And for the Nuggets, out on the perimeter, it's going to be Brown and Johnson. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the one spot. And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Pass to Holiday. Outside, Avdia. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here is Murray. Johnson outside. In the corner, it's Brown. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Portland ball. Looking at Denver, they got their last win against Phoenix. And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. Guys, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a major story for the Trailblazers. I'm told the team sale is taking place. Commissioner Adam Silver says the league prefers they stay put in Portland, but a new arena will likely be needed. The Moda Center, one of the league's oldest arenas that have not yet undergone major renovations, and the Blazers have played there since 1995.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? All right, Johns, we thank you for the report.
You got to have some fight to play in this league. Obvious showing plenty.
Out to the wing. Brown, the pass to Jokic. Back to Brown. Off target with his three. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The free throw drops for Sharp.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaden Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Now here's Murray. 23 points his last outing. Pass to Brown. They need this. Bangs home the trifecta.
Since getting drafted, we've seen Brown really raise his percentages from deep. That's key for this offense.
Here's Sharp. And it's off the back rim. No good. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Johnson. Denver gets it back. Murray kicks to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Klingon. Gordon against Abdia. Outside Holiday. Portland no good that time either. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And Murray, here we go.
Well, when Murray is driving it, he applies major rim pressure. He's really strong for a guard.
Portland's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It is tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
Now Murray following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
A moment now to see the stats for Aaron Gordon. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 14 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Peyton Watson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Johnson. And it's Bruce Brown in for Christian Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, for my money, Holiday is one of the smartest players in the league. Great use of the pump fake there.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions, letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end.
Holiday, the pass to Grant. Banked in off the glass.
Look, you know that's where Grant likes to play, using that body in close.
On the wing, Brown. To the inside. Valanciunas can't hit from in close.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Hardaway finds Valanciunas. Watson for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, dishing becoming more a part of Valanciunas' game as he spent more time in the league.
Grant against Hardaway. Outside Holiday. Back to Grant. The tray. Here's Yang. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The kick out to Brown. Back to Murray. There's the 3. That shot missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Taking advantage of an opening. Grant hammered that home.
Tipped away. Watson, the pass to Brown. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Brown's got 5.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's Thibault in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It'll count. He can't get it to go. It's all tied in Denver. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Blazers 16.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Out on the perimeter, it's going to be Brown and Johnson. And it's Murray in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Well, the Nuggets bet on the development of young Christian Brown, and Stan, he has rewarded their faith. He has developed so nicely.
Kevin, he certainly has. Probably has even exceeded what their expectations were for him. But he's a guy that is such a hard worker. He's smart, he's tough, and he's all about winning.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. The Portland Trailblazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West, but acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you, Kevin.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Brown against Sharp. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Count that one. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
Well, look, Brown has enough strength to finish through contact.
Here's Sharp. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
A strong forward. Gordon can overpower defenders.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Denver?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And so here's Denver. The Blazers getting the bucket. Pass to Brown. Offline with his 3. For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Stops. Pops. Rebounded by Kamare. Portland trailing here. Here's Sharp. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Back to Murray. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
Portland, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Well, listen, Denny Avdia is a key piece of this offense. He's got size at 6'9", he can shoot it, has really good passing numbers, and the best part, he's still improving.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Brown, the pass to Jokic, over Yang. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Sharp, that's good.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Sharp with it, out guarded by Murray. Good work there as it goes.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Well, possibly. Every year brings something new. This first meeting should tell us a lot.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Aiden Watson comes in for Gordon. Hardaway's checked in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Christian Brown.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The veteran big man Valanciunas continues to be a solid rotational piece, a nightly double-double threat who enjoys throwing his weight around.
And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seems like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Grant for three. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Grant in a bit of a hurry there. No problem.
On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Valanciunas. On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Holiday. Watson for three. Good on the triple. Watson's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Yang passes to Holiday. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Inside. Outside for Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Now here is Holiday. Shoots a three. Murray, no good. Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Brown finds Hardaway. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the middle. Bible for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Jason Sharp making highlights for the Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
What's a dandelion? Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool line.
Got it.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage points, and that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half, with the D worried about the post game.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
It was a great display of team ball. Wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit sharing the rock. Not only does that make it harder to guard, it makes the game more enjoyable to watch.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Tamani Kamara. Shaedon Sharp is out there with Holiday. Then there's Klingon. And it's Avdia in at the 4 spot. Sharp, the pass to Avdia. Here's Klingon. Now, here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
A nice show of force by Avdia at the rim, punishing the defense for giving him the opening.
Jokic kicks to Gordon. Misses the 3.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Kamara. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And now a 6-point Portland lead.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
Pass to Jokic. Klingon with the steal. Here's Kamara. That one good for 2. Kamara's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play, the next shot, and your results, they'll be the results. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. A nice shot by Klingon.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times have passed, their seats have grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
Bucket is good. Holiday's got 6.
Hey, Holiday sees the lane and does not hesitate.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Rupert's checked in.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Can't connect from short range. The Nuggets trail by 12. Trying to end the drought. And Gordon with the lay-in. Good. 5 points in the game.
Okay, Aaron Gordon. He's certainly been working on some dribble moves.
Here's Klingon. He has 6. Here's Rupert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Really, the right play offensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
A different look for Denver. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Hardaway comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Brown in for Jamal Murray. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster, even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Well, when Sharp is on, he is on. You see why the team is so excited about his future.
Hardaway kicks to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Rupert. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 12-point Portland lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Johnson dishes to Brown for the 3. The Nuggets with a new 14. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Can't nail the jumper.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Brown with it. He's covered by Grant. Johnson from outside. And another miss by Denver.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the dunk by Grant.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Sharp against Johnson. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Valanciunas passes to Brown. Lays it up off the glass. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Kamare. Goes back up. Here's Yang. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And good that time. He's got 10.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Portland leading by 12. Grant surveying the D. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Cam Johnson picks one up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Good on the second free throw. Here's Brown. He takes it in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers lead by 11. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Up front, it's Gordon and Valanciunas. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Watson finds Murray. Outside Gordon. Up top, Valanciunas pulls up. Clingan with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Clingan can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
Avdia can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 13. Watson with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Connects from 3-point range.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Murray left side. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Nuggets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Gordon, the pass to Brown. For Murray. Brown's shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Jokic is checked in for Denver. Johnson comes in for Peyton Watson. The Trailblazers also changing it out. Tamani Kamara comes in for Murray. And it's Sharp in for Matisse Thybulle. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He wants them to show more heart, saying, quote, they are outworking us, you guys. At some point, you've got to decide you want to box out and that you want to protect the ball. He does not sound too pleased with the performance. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Pass to Klingon. Back to Holiday. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
And again, Denver hit the triple.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Count it. That's now 8 points for Donovan Klingon.
Klingon knows how to use that size both as a screener and a finisher.
Brown.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. That shot is off. Good defense by Jokic.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Christian Brown. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And all game long, they work the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
Well, another assist in the career of Holiday. We've seen him run point for a long time.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
The Nuggets trail by 6. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Gordon. Here's the 3. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
Pull-up jumper. And finished off by Avdia.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now, here's Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamare. Just 5 to shoot.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Portland.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year. And guys, what a nice performance it was for Denny Avdia.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Jokic. Looking to get back on track here, and Holiday throws it down.
Plenty of power behind Holiday's slam. He was not holding back.
Here's Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Jamal Murray with the dunk. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And we'll see you next time